Welcome everybody to another episode of The Sizzy Yones. It's your girl Mandii B.
It's your girl Weezy. Toes out, skin out, bruck out. It's summertime. It's NYC. I want to tell y'all, I got up at 6 a.m. today for a workout. I walked outside. I went on a long distance walk, as Brianda calls them, LDWs. The is outside.
LD.
And if you thought anybody in the world could dress like these New York, they don't. I was literally in sweatpants like, they were waiting for 75 degrees today.
Oh, yeah.
Looking gorgeous. Everybody just looks so sun-kissed. Even the men look better. I was just, I don't know if the sun makes me feel, but I wanted to
Everything
everybody.
makes you.
Whoa.
What? I don't know.
Damn.
Now I don't know if sun makes me. You were the same one who at Starbucks.
It was in the car.
Well,
And don't bring up Starbucks now.
Did you buy?
here we go.
Because I will not. I'm drinking
Oh.
culture espresso. Hopefully they're not culture vultures. I don't know who these people are, but I know.
Oh, really? Look at that.
Look at
Dog.
that. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you.
Eddie
I
was
had,
having an ice shaken espresso the
I
other
had
day.
my shaken espresso with coconut this morning.
But I ain't gonna drink it, but that's looking good. But
It
honestly,
was.
I'm I want to remove one more company from my life. I really want to just like support that's good. So maybe Starbucks will flip.
Well,
'Cause
Starbucks is good.
not for
I be drinking it.
for brown
Listen.
people.
Mhm.
Neither. Oh, I ain't been to Target in a minute. That wasn't even a hard one, actually.
Oh, I mean, even though I'm in Atlanta now, all of my groceries come to my door. Even though I got beef with Amazon right now, and luckily I love them so much. My never happened a day in my life since I've been having my groceries be dropped the fuck off. My delivery person stole all my groceries
How do you know
Nice.
it's your delivery person?
because they picked up all of my groceries. It's all been picked up. The only thing that wasn't in that they were able to find was my butter chicken sauce.
But wait,
I was
how do
like,
you know it wasn't someone stealing from the front door?
it never got delivered. It said your thing is delayed, and I kept seeing that her pin was still in Smyrna, Sandy Springs. She never made it to my house. I got the alert that your groceries have been picked up. Then I got the alert that your groceries are running a little bit delayed. Okay. She was parked at her house. And then Amazon, how they have it set up, you can go in and put from your order which items you didn't receive. There was no way for me to sit here and tell Amazon I never got my groceries at all. I'm still dealing with it 5 days later. And I'm pissed because it was $112 worth of groceries.
I'm trying to figure out why you're not going to Publix. Because you got Publix in Atlanta.
First off, because
You have Publix in Atlanta.
Publix does not deliver.
I know.
do everything from Amazon. I don't like grocery shopping. I don't know if I've told you guys here. I tried it. I went to Whole Foods. I went to Kroger. I went to Publix. I don't know how y'all go into grocery stores. It is the most anxiety-ridden task that I have ever experienced as an adult.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, first off, you don't even know what the total's gonna be until you get to the register.
Yeah, Mandy, it's called shopping.
Hate it. I know what my cart total is as I'm dropping things in. And so I went,
yeah.
hold on, literally I went, the anxiety of grocery shopping has me like, I don't know
Wait,
how you
is it
adults do
because
it.
of the car?
No, it's not only the car. Let's be also very
Because
clear.
in New York, I get it.
Well, no, let's be very clear too. Yes, I have to Uber to and from the grocery store. So before I even get there, there's $16 to $25 just to get in the club. No. So I don't really like to Uber there and back, but I'm like, I go in there and it's like, like I am, like literally my heart starts racing, my hands start getting sweaty.
Too many people.
I have to go down 20,000 aisles. And then here's the other thing. I go in there and I have my main things that I always get.
Right.
I get my coffee, I get my green onions, I get all of my Asian ingredients because I'm half Asian. And
You're half Asian?
and then when I go to the grocery store, hear me out. I just start seeing other cool shit that I just start throwing in the cart.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Hate it. I picked up $13 truffle chili crunch.
Was it good?
It was all right. It wasn't better than the honey one I be
So
getting.
see, I actually think since I've been shopping at grocery stores more, because now that it's not winter, I'm not going crazy with ordering. But I realize I'm getting better produce. I'm getting better fruit. I'm getting better meat. Like literally, when the shit was coming to my door, because they're giving you anything.
No,
yeah, they
no,
just
no.
pick it.
Yeah.
Amazon Fresh, be fresh. And Whole Foods does deliver through Amazon. I don't know if y'all know. Like,
they're all
but
together.
ain't that great?
So, like, I mean, to me, anytime I get produce, I'm only buying produce if I'm eating it that day or the next day.
Oh.
Or I'd be real ghetto and
There we
just
go.
go ahead and get the ones that's already chopped up, which I know is bad quality anyways,
Terrible,
but whatever.
yeah.
But no,
And you're paying more.
the anxiety that I've had, I said, ghetto. It's why we lost Forever 21. It's why we've lost all these stores.
We not losing groceries.
Everything, no. What I'm saying is, though,
But the
everything
eggs.
is made so much more convenient online.
You know, you mentioned this the other day, and I thought
What?
it was the funniest, is the
What?
fact that she don't care about the whole egg.
Of course she don't,
I'm
because
a-
she's allergic.
That's hilarious.
This is a real thing. And I sent
No,
my
but I know what's happening. I feel
Not
so
I know
but
sorry.
I've never heard you
Also-
stress out about it, which makes sense now.
Went to Whole Foods.
Not I know it's happening.
Okay, can I be honest with you? This is gonna sound very bougie, but it's the truth.
She just said she doesn't want to go grocery shopping.
Oh, never mind.
That
Mine's
wasn't
not that bad.
bougie. That was me talking about my mental health
I-
and anxiety.
I used to find myself complaining about gas prices a lot when I was driving. But then I realized, like, you got to buy it anyway. For food, that's the one thing where I'm like, if avocados is $3, but that's really a healthy choice I'm going to make and I want to eat that, I'm not going to think about it. I treat food like spoiling myself, even in the grocery store. I love to get myself nice things in the grocery store. But the grocery store is one of my favorite things.
Oh, I ain't even gonna hold you. I be on Amazon Fresh. I see the Amazon brand and another brand, $2. Let's give it Amazon. And maybe this is because this is how my mama shopped growing up. It's the same ingredients.
It kind of is.
It's the same generic.
really is.
Like literally,
For
like
condiments. Yeah, I feel like.
no,
Yeah.
for the veggies.
like ear tips
for the-
or Q-tips, like if you just get the off-brand, it's the same. It
that's not food though.
don't matter.
Because like, let's be fair.
No,
Still
food is
$2.
different.
I get the generic pharmaceuticals like medicines and shit.
yeah, like ibuprofen. and
But
shit.
for food and do the same. But yeah, that's been my experience with being in the South is that I'm gonna keep my orders coming to my door, and I hate that my groceries was just stolen.
I
Wait.
went to Publix before we all met up for recording because I had extra time. I was so excited to shop Georgia prices for food.
Oh, it's
Right.
it's night and
I
day.
was like, strawberries for everybody. Pulled up right to the motherfucking Ritz
It's night
Carlton
and
with a
day.
Publix bag.
Night and day, $3.99.
Speaking of
carton.
food, so my mom just got in. By the way, I see where I get my Looney Toonie. She calls me on the phone after her flight, and she's like, "Did you tell Nina I'm coming?" And I'm thinking to myself, for those of you who've never heard this show before, don't know who Nina is, she's my dog. I said, what do you mean? Did you say grandma's coming? So she knows. Did you tell her? I tell my dog when you guys are coming, I say your sister's coming and so is Nina.
That's
Like, yo, my
hilarious.
mom is nuts. Then Nina's losing her mind when my mom walks in the door. My mom's like, I knew you didn't tell her. What the fuck did you think I did? Had a conversation with this motherfucker?
How would she know whether?
But I will say this: Nina does know Grandma. She does. Her ears will perk up. But anyway,
Yeah, my cat. The only thing
now
he
she
knows
say Daddy. She'd be like,
only thing my Bodie knows is want to eat. He will beat my ass down the stairs. He will run like, yeah, bitch, feed me, ho. Want to eat is the only thing he knows. He will run all the way down, stand at the door, like he's like a dog.
it's good though when like dogs and or animals period is no like
They know
language.
English. Mhm.
So yeah, speaking of food, Jewel is going to be coming with me to meet her African American side of the family. So my African side of the African American family. So basically, my boyfriend's dad's birthday's coming, and him and his brothers bought him a new car.
Okay.
So they're gonna do a little house thing, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a great time for our parents to meet." So my mom is so nervous. She's trying to act like she's not nervous, but she is nervous, girl. She's like, "And what do I call them? Their name, girl. They just like they gonna call
That's
you."
it.
Okay, what will we be eating? Should I get ready to eat? What kind of food are we gonna have? And I'm just like, yo,
African.
African food is real serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want my mom to be like, I just have the rice. Like, I don't know how it's gonna.
You got to have the conversation with her going in.
I am.
Because there's ways to like disrespect the family, especially about what's in the
Food.
kitchen
I
and the
know.
food.
Yeah.
So like, there's not a let me see how she act, bitch. There needs to be a conversation.
My mom's a grown
You
ass
gon-
woman.
you
She's
gon-
not disrespectful.
but
But I'm just going to prep her on like what the foods look like more so. Like
Right.
my mom would never go to anybody's home and just be like, ew. But
Well, not ill, but even not wanting to eat everything. I think and I'm not calling her disrespectful at all, but knowing that there's ways in which different cultures are, and you're like, oh, maybe she won't like it because you know what your mom likes and doesn't like. Just letting her know, like, it's gonna be
no,
this.
no, I want to like really like
the
show her
fufu,
pictures.
you can, yeah, like this is what you eat with your hand, and you dip it into this soup. And
This soup.
The first
seriously,
time that
I love okra soup. Oh my god, that's my favorite.
his mom is a pepper soup girl. She do be frying some chicken though, so Jill gonna be fine. But I remember I was eating at a wedding, and I took a spoon to eat this soup.
Okay.
And his aunt looked at me straight. What is this? Why do you use a spoon? And then she started looking at him like, Tita,
Uh-oh.
what is this? And I'm so embarrassed. Then she's sitting there getting the pounded yam out her bag
Oh yeah, that's
as
my
if they
favorite
didn't
shit.
have it already at the buffet to show me what to do. Mind you, I just recently learned some of the yam has egg mixed in it or some of the dough.
Oh.
So, you know, it's just very embarrassing to say to anybody, I have an allergy. They're like, shut the fuck up. Girl, like, what you talking about? A lot of the dumplings, it has egg in it.
Damn, that sucks.
Mind you, his family is dope. It's to me when I go somewhere else and the other family be like, here go this hoe.
I be like, egg is something that, I mean, right now it's dealing with the dairy shit. But for me, African food, and when I went to Nigeria with my best friend's allergic to shellfish.
Ooh.
Bitch, they season their shit with like the dried shrimp.
Oh shit, really?
She couldn't eat goddamn thing.
Do you guys like African food?
I
do like
love
African
African food.
I like certain types of African food.
I like the okra soup, the egusi, jollof rice. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all could come fight me. I don't care. Ghana had better food than Nigeria to me.
Yikes, you are trying to start problems.
I will say I even enjoy Ghanaian food.
I really enjoy Ghanaian food.
Like, but I don't like fishy stuff. And I've been experiencing a lot of fishy fish in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's culture.
Well, sometimes
didn't say it was bad.
But also like they put different meats in the soups. So sometimes it's beef or chicken, but they do a lot of fish in the soups too.
Yeah,
that could be it. Yeah,
everything's been.
Because I don't think they use fish sauce like Asia. Maybe I would walk into some, order some, want some, and be like, "This is chicken. Why it smell like fish?"
You know what I also learned too about just like so when we went to his parents' house to cook gumbo that one time, I was like, "Fuck, I didn't bring any seasonings, but I know your mama got it. This is an African house." He was like, "I don't think you know what you saying, bitch. My mama got African shit. What type of fucking spicy ass gumbo you trying to make?"
Oh, not only that. The way they season their food is a lot of them making their own, like they put hella roasted peppers and this and that.
Bro, it's everything
like they make like
their
own
water bottle.
I was gonna say like
Latinos do that too.
They own like sofrito. The sofrito.
Yeah. It's
you know what that
cute.
is, Eden?
Yes,
Sofrito.
I do know.
They have that in Nicaragua.
Do you guys like sazon?
I love sazon.
The orange powder. That thing a little salty though.
Little?
It's
heavy salty.
It's like
it's killing us.
Is it?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you. My homegirl cooked for Easter. My arm.
What?
My arm. I turned into Big
Mama.
Oh. I ate them greens. I said, you need to dilute these bitches. She had some Puerto Rican adobo because Crystal doesn't eat meat. So she's like, it's cool. I'll season it without meat. That bitch seasoned it with the whole cabinet. I said, girl, I like everything. I can't touch these greens, baby.
Yeah.
Love you, Taylor. Was not touching them greens. I was like, blood pressure. Hi.
I feel like you might have mentioned this before, but did you develop this egg allergy or you already had it since a child?
No, I had it as a kid.
That
I think
sucks.
they found out at a Ponderosa for one of my birthday parties when they threw a cake on me.
Oh yeah, I found out.
Oh, it's you to the touch?
Oh no, nigga. I took her to a soul food restaurant. Forgot they put eggs and baked mac and cheese.
Not all of them,
but this whole most of them. This whole almost died.
It holds it, lets it.
It holds it in the bake.
Yeah.
If it ain't got egg, it's probably
restaurant, not the Rasta pastas, not the.
No. I said baked mac and cheese.
I know.
The soul food style. Rasta pasta don't count as baked mac and cheese. Most baked mac and cheeses have the egg.
Yeah.
This is a debate that the community can have if they want.
Do
you put eggs in your motherfucking mac and cheese? Thanksgiving coming around, do you put the egg in it? Yes or no?
A baked mac and cheese?
And if they don't, they're probably Jamaican, and then it's macaroni pie.
That's insane.
Because that shit be dry. And they're my own people, so I could come and talk about it.
Look
and
at
candy.
that. We barely had curse words. Let's talk about sex.
Well,
Y'all,
guys,
we've been playing
yes.
a new game where it actually happened on accident. So
Yeah.
Mandii and I, when we're doing our outlines lately, up until pre-order time for No Holds
We'll
Barred
be talking about our
pre-order,
book.
we've been picking out excerpts and diving into them, but then we just discovered this new game where we're picking numbers and reading from the page. Pick a number up to 296. 286, sorry.
54. Do.
45, 47. Oh, it's actually my chapter about the Kinsey scale, and it's the diagram of it because I was talking about how I was unsure about my sexuality when I was younger, and here's a few sentences. Apparently, none of us are super straight or super gay, but for me, my gayness is on how hot you are. At home, my porn searches got increasingly more raunchy as I grew in age. Girl-on-girl videos were always top of the list during my teenage years with strap-ons, pussy licking, fingering, tripping, scissoring, and sometimes even breastfeeding.
Wow.
Eden?
Let's do 123.
Miles, you got to get number 2. Okay. Hold on. 123. Oop, not Weezy again. Oh! Oh, God.
Go on.
This is the Dom chapter.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No. Eden, shut up.
Nate stood in front of me. I could smell him as he came up to me with my blindfold on. I heard his belt buckle unlatch, the zip as he pulled the zipper down when he said to me, "Open your fucking mouth."
Oh, my heavens.
I started to laugh because frankly, how am I supposed to do that if I can't find his dick to grab it? Miles, your turn. Hope it's a Mandii chapter. Thank God it's a Mandii
Pause that, please.
chapter. Ooh, okay. When shooting your shot, these are the things I remember so I can be brave. Do you know your number 1?
Except no.
The worst they can say is no. Yep.
Love it.
Everyone is not for everyone. This is a cute one. It's fine to be corny sometimes. And embarrassment typically doesn't last very long.
Yep.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
That is a good one.
Wow.
I think
there's a lot of sex in this book.
I think that's my
What?
thing with like shooting the shot. I think for me, it's the two things: rejection and embarrassment.
100%.
As soon as you are mature enough to handle rejection and to know that embarrassment has more to do with your own ego and most people don't give a fuck. And I probably actually learned that from living in New York so long. Everybody just be minding their own motherfucking business.
100%.
Like, bitch, if you fall, no one's laughing. They're not going to help you up. They don't care. They're not going to remember you 1 minute from now. And it's literally just like as soon as you could get out of your head about thinking that everyone's laughing at you, embarrassment is done in 10 seconds.
But
child.
boy, will that replay in my brain 10 years from now. That happened
What?
to me. Does that not happen to y'all?
Oh, he's saying if he's the one who fell.
Well, if
Yes.
I'm the
Wait
one
a second.
that some embarrassing shit happened to me,
Oh, I'm never heard
Wait.
it.
So I'm saying that embarrassment is something that you get over quickly. You're saying that if something embarrassing happened to you,
you get over it at that moment.
Wait, but you're saying that you relive it in the future?
Hell yeah, that shit comes back to me.
What?
I think about it. Like it'll
Me
be like
too.
3 a.m, and then I'll be thinking about something I did that I was like, oh.
Do you know
fuck.
what I think
Like
about
what?
recently? This was so embarrassing. Me and my man went out. We were partying crazy. And I was like, let's go to an after party. And I am cringing. This was only 2 weeks ago. Thinking about approaching the after party door. And they wouldn't let me in because I didn't have some type of ID. I don't remember what it was. And I literally was at the door like, I don't understand. What is the problem? My friends are in there. And I was like, oh my God. Bro, it kept me up the other night. I was like, ugh, just sitting in the bed thinking
Yeah, it's
about
just that.
how fucking stupid I was at that
For
damn door.
getting your ID?
No, it
Just
was,
her approach, I guess.
it was something about how I went up to the door. I had a wristband on from earlier, but then I didn't show my ID. And I was like, huh? I don't know what it was. I was so wasted, bitch. But I was really outside of that damn door with the door closed, talking to the little after party people like,
Let me
I'm
in.
so confused.
Let me in.
Then my boyfriend's like, I'm going to get the card. I was like, but we can still get in. Pay them.
See, that's a thought that plays at 3 a.m.
Ah!
That's crazy.
What if someone knew me? Ugh, what a fucking
Problem.
bird. Okay.
It's okay.
So, hypothetical question. Would you rather be very personally fulfilled or very professionally fulfilled? And when you answer, what defines that? Some people define professionally fulfilled as being super wealthy.
It's so crazy because I just talked about this with with my friends, and it was just a recent conversation. I am fulfilled professionally. I think it's one of the things that I am most proud of. And so it is something that if you want to attack me, attack how I operate or run a business or how I show up with work or how I show up amongst in a work setting. Personally, there's so much, I think, things I'm working through and I'm grateful that I'm working through as an adult. Um, but life and my growth and the change and all of that things comes in waves. For me, I professionally fulfilled because I guess that means also my bank account is filled. And so that is fulfilling for me. Like to be able to pay all of my bills, to be able to make sure my mom's life is easy in any way I can make it easy for her. And just to be able to live and exist and do the things I want to do. So maybe my professional falls into my personal because I'm able to
naturally
travel and take breaks and do the things I like. But I'd rather be professionally fulfilled.
I too would rather be professionally fulfilled because it's like personally fulfilled. There's been situations in my life where I've been just personally fulfilled, but then I feel like it's momentary and then I get over it and then I want the next thing. But the way to get the next thing is to be professionally fulfilled and getting shit done and getting, again, financially supported. Yeah.
Like that's something that I actually used to, that I had to work on in moments of solidarity or silence or just taking some time away. I would wake up and be miserable if by the end of the day I didn't feel productive.
Fair.
So like there's days where, okay, whole day I'm not leaving the house. But I'm gonna send some emails out. I'm gonna work on my schedule. I may even if I have nothing really to do, say it's a fucking Saturday. So I know no one's gonna email me on Sunday. They're not gonna get to me till Monday. I'll literally wake up and start putting things into my calendar for the next week. So I know what I'm doing, which I think sets me up professionally. Like that fulfills me to just be professionally ready and settled. What about you?
I'm thinking about just, like personally fulfilled. Like, I don't know, when I'm thinking personal, because when you mentioned vacation, I'm like, well, that's true. Like, I love being able to do what I want. But the thing that's detaching me from professional is I got a lot of rich, miserable people I know. And I measure professionally fulfilled as to money. I do. Unless you're creating art, literally, I think paintbrush to paper, like, it's no secret I love Basquiat. I have him tattooed all over my left side of my fucking body. Like, I've read so much about the money and the recognition from his paintings and where his brain was kind of like, he wanted more, I need my shit in museums so people enjoy this every day, than now all these millionaires come into my loft on Jones Street and they're just like, betting on each other how much it's going to be worth. And that's when he started throwing paint on shit. Or when you see faces of Basquiat crossing things out, he just wanted to devalue things because he knew he was so popular. I bring that up because professional is money. But personal, like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes in the heights of my life with success, I've hated myself a little bit. For me, personally fulfilled is like really waking up happy, loving everything about myself, loving everyone around me, which I feel right now, but also feeling like the productivity is my life. Like, did I have a good day? Was I healthy? Was I doing this? Was I making strides for myself? I kind of lose that the busier and the more shit ramps up for work.
I think
my health dwindles, my beauty even dwindles. I start to get not enough sleep. And I realize like I'm feeding the wrong beast because I'm so obsessed with hitting these professional marks that I stop taking care of myself.
And see, that's where I feel like what you said, bringing up Basquiat, solidified what I said. What I do professionally is art. Yeah, there's the management side of it, but having selective ignorance and figuring out what episodes and guests, and that is creating art for me. I'm also working on scripts right now, which is so fulfilling. I'm working on a fucking feature film script, and it's like I'm creating life. Literally, I'm creating beings.
What if millions of people listen to your show? Because this would dictate it, right? Let's just say you had the volume of Call Her Daddy listeners, but there was maybe like a red X on Mandii B because you did something wrong.
Bitch, there's a red X on me every week on the internet.
That you can't make money from. Advertisers won't work with you. Let's just say that, right? People are consuming this and they love what you're talking about. But you're not seeing money from.
I'm not seeing money from selective ignorance right now.
I'm talking about like
Period Sis is a passion project that I feel like literally saved my best friend's life. I've created, Official Box Owner made me great money during the pandemic, but I've had projects that I haven't seen money from. And so that's where.
But is it professional fulfillment?
No, so it is, because it's what I do for a living. I do believe maybe eventually I can see money from all of it. Definitely Selective Ignorance coming soon, got an announcement, but I don't do it with like, I'm not going to do it unless I make money. I have over 100 episodes of Period Sis. I feel like it was transformative. I've said professionally right now, I'm living in my legacy professionally. Like this podcast, what we've done, how we've changed lives with even all my other platforms and things that I've created, my professional life has given me purpose. So because of that, like I'm fulfilled by it, and I'm grateful, because if you asked me this 5 years ago when I was working 70 hours at fucking Ernst & Young, fucking doing K1s for tax season, absolutely not, that wasn't fulfilling. And I say it all the time, like I remember when I left EY and I got to talk to my partners, because bitch, I quit in the middle of K1 season, and they was like, can you give me 2 more weeks? And I'm a good person. I didn't have to, but I did. I gave them 2 more weeks after my 2-week notice, because they really needed to get through the season. And so I literally was going on lunch with the partners and the seniors, managers, and they were all telling me like, I used to be in theater with my friends. I used to do this on the weekends. I miss going to softball. And literally I was expressing to them that we sold out Carolines. And they were like, wow, you're getting to create something that gives you money to where you're quitting a career to go do that. They were all so jealous, because though they make all the money in this wonderful career, all the things that made them happy isn't what they were making money and surviving from. So professionally, I'm able to live the life I want to do, literally doing what I like. My teachers are probably gagging that I'm literally making money from talking, because bitch, I wouldn't shut up. Bitch, you don't know how to read? I'm going to read the script for you. And now I'm motherfucking writing a book. So everything professionally that I've been doing over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years has been fulfilling. And when I've gotten to a point where it wasn't fun for me anymore, I made pivots. Or like, even with the rebrand of this show, like it was impacting my personal life so much that I was like, we fucking grew something so amazing. How can we pivot to where I love what I'm doing again? Because a part of it like kind of was debilitating me. And so even with the rebrand, having the fun with that, writing the book.
Right now, actually, I feel the opposite about the rebrand.
I've felt that.
I feel really grateful that we can reach more people, but I also feel like so much of the conversation I have in the book, if I do an interview, things I preach to people about authenticity, there's a small part of me, even though I know it's not true, that feels like I removed it a little bit. I know that the reality of keeping a brand alive, keeping people paid, has to come with changing, but it's not one that felt natural to me. There's not really another project I've made in my life that felt as unnatural. And it was very difficult. I mean, obviously, like the whole discourse from people was tough, but more so just like, I think that as we're growing and aging, it's obvious, but I don't know if it connected to me as much, maybe being with you. Our dynamic has been horrible for so long that this new part is weird. Now it feels more normal, but I definitely was just like, what is going on? It's also this weird thing of that is professional growth. Is, changing a brand, turning it around into something else. Everyone does rebrands. Everyone changes things. Why am I so attached to this thing? And I'm not sure why. Maybe because Horrible Decisions doesn't feel like a company to me. It feels like something I'm making or a conversation. So when it shifted, it fucked me up a little. But
even though we didn't get rid of it, like, do you feel more excitement with our Patreon content? Like, because we're still talking. Sex and Raunch and Keek over there. We just had on Sex with Ashley, and we have on people from the sex clubs. And
Right.
so are you excited more with the Patreon content that we're doing then?
It's not even the excitement level more than I know. Some people still don't know where Horrible Decisions is. Some people...
Sorry that they don't know how to read.
Or
listen, because we say it every week.
Or they're not frequent listeners.
Patreon.com/horrible-decisions.
I think also the amount of people that listen on a regular feed versus Patreon is obviously different. There is a weird part of me that wouldn't have done it either way, because making this book, if that was the way that it had to be done, there's so many moments where I forget we made a book until it's in my hands.
Because it ain't really out yet, bitch. June 24th.
Or until someone like one of my friends reads it or just has a call back to me about the book. My friend Gabby, I just gave her a copy, and she's like, it's so weird reading about, I think she tagged you in it, reading you and Mandii on pages. Like, it's just weird. She's like, I've known you since the beginning of the show, but just seeing your name even at the top, it's so fucking mind-fucking. I'm like, I know. I feel like I'm going to have a real moment in a bookstore. But yeah, that type of stuff has made me feel sticky. And as far as professional fulfillment, it's interesting. I think the biggest thing I feel fulfilled from isn't even myself. It's really just like other people. There's so many people like been behind on rent, people that have worked for us. One of our employees used to be homeless. I remember when I found that out, I was like, what? Like, it's shit like that makes me feel like, damn, to be able to create something, but also do all this for other people, that feels good. Look at what the fuck Ryan Coogler just did. Y'all know Stinner's my personality till the end of the year. Like, all Miles Kenton, who played Sammy in there, like all these people that are going to have a new life because you had an idea in your head. That feels really, really good. So, but still, I feel like that's personal stuff because I'm a little.
The professional fulfills the personal, though.
Facts.
Okay. Let's get into a reactionary clip. So, I want to know if you instantly agree or instantly disagree. You know, white women are new hoteps with these little clickbaity things.
Women need someone better than them, smarter than them, fitter than them, bigger than them, more inspiring than them, more successful than them. Otherwise, where's the attraction?
It's true.
I'm asking. Maybe some women don't mind, but I mind. I need to be inspired by the guy. Otherwise, I'll eat them for breakfast. I mean, I'll finish them off in 24 hours. I also need someone to handle me. And only an alpha or a double alpha can do that.
Do you need someone better than you?
Bitch, that clip so goddamn stupid. She's so goddamn stupid.
Do you need someone better than you?
First off, most men will be stronger than you. I don't need a man to be richer than me or more successful than me and all of those things. I think I needed those when I knew I lacked. I don't think I need to be with a person who inspires me to be a better person because that's work that I feel like I should be doing on my own.
Really? You don't?
I absolutely don't.
Wait, that really surprised me because I feel like that's such a thing we hear. Even like you think of wedding vow, like you inspire me to be better, or you make me better. Like, yeah, like I
mean that could be true, but I don't seek that in a partner. I don't need the alpha. I don't need a man to handle me. She even says I need him to handle me. Bitch, are you a child? You need a handler? Are you at the zoo? Like,
damn, girl, I think she sounds ridiculous, but then when I sat with myself, I was like, okay, yeah.
No, I have friendships spanning 10, 15 years. They don't inspire me. I enjoy them. They're their own people. And we have fun together. We journey through and adventure through life together. But we both have our own,
your friends don't push you forward, encourage you. They have to inspire you in some way. That's
supporting me. That's not inspiring.
I think there's a difference of the two, right? Even with I like the friend conversation as well. I
was thinking about friends too. Yeah.
For what she's saying, I think it's looking for someone for those things comparatively to when you get them naturally, right? So like my friends, when I found my friends, I wasn't like, I need someone who's supportive and etc. and holds me down and blah blah.
Your friends.
But gracefully through our synergy, like it worked out, and they are supportive. They do inspire me because they naturally came to that with my relationship. Not that I go, even for me looking for a partner with a woman, right? To answer your initial thing, I would say no. I don't think a woman needs to have someone who's more powerful, especially in 2025.
Even more successful. To me, success is subjective. Like how we view success is different.
Exactly.
I'll
it could be
tell
a
you
money
why
thing.
I do agree though. because I agree that success could be subjective. I think in my relationships, almost all of them were better than me in something that I wanted and I needed them to be. So, for example, all of my partners, better physique, better eating habits, better fitness, health, all around knowledgeability, every single one. Not been with one lazy nigga. All of them are better than me at their, like, and I wanted my fitness intact for a long time. Shit, it's why I low-key built a gym by my crib. But I think that those are things that are attractive to me because they do inspire me. Like when my man is in the middle of a hotel room doing calisthenics and fucking grabbing a band and finding a way to work out, but I'm in the bed, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm up. For example, one could measure.
My nigga go to the gym. I'm like, nap time.
I could even measure. One could argue that Vinny, or I could be more successful than Vinny because I've done maybe more things professionally. However, Vinny inspires me a lot when it comes to how to show up and move forward for people, especially those in my face. Vinny really takes me to a place when I'm around him where I'm like, damn, am I that great of a friend? Like, Vinny will stop by someone's anything, even if he's exhausted, he just really puts himself out there. He'll give a lot of himself. Every single one of them inspire me. My friends that have more or less, I think as far as a partner, if you had nothing that was inspiring to me, I don't think it would work. I also think in terms of alpha, I think the language is very like red pill, but oh yeah, like I'll act like a fucking baby, bro. If I'm having a tough time with work, I need to know my nigga can pick this shit up. For example, fucking terrible week with book signing, or not book signing, when we had like mad pages to do or whatever. He had to get my life in check. Baby, what's on the list? Show me your calendar. And he's fucking coming through for me.
See, that to me is acts of service or someone being supportive. Like, that's not inspiring.
No, I'm talking about alpha. Being able to step up to the plate.
That to me isn't even alpha. Like, technically, him being able to be supportive, to me, I feel like is a more what's the word? Domestic trait that we normally don't associate to alphas. Alphas are protectors, providers. We normally don't associate them to domestic traits. So him showing up to run errands for you or do things that you weren't able to do, to me is a more domesticated trait than an alpha trait.
Hold on. I know you ain't saying it, but let me get this clear on camera. My nigga's not a cuck in any way. He ain't fucking putting on a maid.
Oh, no.
No. This isn't domestic. He's not running errands for me. We're a family.
Acts of service is what I said, which is great, which I don't think is an alpha thing.
Alpha is the takeover. And to me, when someone can run shit for you, that's not... I have a lot of friends that couldn't fucking figure out how to email, call a card, get an itinerary together, do anything. Like, leading to me when you can't is alpha. It's something that like business partners need to be able to learn how to do together a lot. Sometimes maybe one person, like you need to both be able to push something forward. If we had a phone call to be able to sell ourselves to a company, I could do it or you could do it. I don't need you. You don't need me. But we could both do it for this brand. That's alpha energy. I have it. You have it. Period. Right. My man need to be alpha. My man needs to be able to walk through the door first. My man needs to be able to like get shit done. I need you to be able to be out there with your chest out. To me, being able to be docile is more like small, very crawled in. I don't know. But in terms of better, I will say never dated a partner that I was better at everything than. I also think like in terms of finances, like looking at his books, things he's been able to do with money, investments, buying property. I make all this money and haven't bought a home. I tried to. It's not for me. Can't really figure it out. I'm not into it. But I think seeing that really does let me know I need to get my shit together. It's let me know that with my friends and even their health or things they've been able to do, I'm like, fuck, I should be able to do this for myself. But I want this from everyone in my life. Not everyone gives it to me, but the man that I wake up to, the woman I wake up to, they better be bomb. When it comes to women,
I think they could be bomb. I don't need someone to be better than me. And yes, there's going to be people that are better than you in other places. My nigga works out, I don't. Like, we do life differently. But me and all my friends...
scripts. You're writing a script. Like, he's in the industry.
He don't write. He's an actor.
I mean, but I'm sure he's better.
I've read my synopsis. I treat him like I treat my friends, though. Like, to me, like, great. I can pick from different people. I mean, I read my shit to Ish. Like, I talk to Ish every day still. Like, I talk to Crystal every day. I talk to my boyfriend every day. I talk to my mom every other day. But I'm like... I just love the support and community that I have. I don't look for people to be in my life, which is why this video was specific to partners. I personally can be with a partner that's less successful than me, that has less money than me, that isn't better than me. And we just form, I don't know, a fucking unit together and make each other better. Like, my ex was retired. So his life was completely like, he felt like he did all the things and ticked all the boxes and did all the accomplishments he had to. Was he inspiring? No. But we fucked with each other for fucking 3 years. So, like, to me, I love that we could sit here and I guess agree to disagree. You need someone that you're inspired by or that is better than you. For me, I'm saying I heard that clip. I was disgusted by it. I'm fine with more of a submissive man as well, though. I believe that submissive men or men who show up with acts of service or, you know, aren't the making everyone in the room know that they're there. I like more submissive guys, but it doesn't take away from their ability to be a man, which again might be my problem with this alpha term. Because to me, someone who shows up with emotional intelligence, who shows up with acts of service to make my life better and doesn't lead like the alpha in which I know it to be based on the patriarchy, works for me.
I think there's healthy masculinity too. We see like, I have alpha energy, right? But I'm not like super toxic. I think that's another reason it's been difficult for me to date men that are a little too submissive, because it tends to make me feel more, I guess, manly. Like, for example, there was a conversation we had once with like pulling out the card or the check and things like that. I'm so extroverted and have like that dominant leader energy already. I don't really like that dynamic sometimes in love, because I tend to not enjoy or respect the relationship that much. I like to see those qualities. Like, in my everyday life, I have employees, I'm handling business, my parents are my kids. I can't also be the leader sometimes in love. There has to be one place where I think I take a step back. I think I feel a little too dominant in every situation. So for me, I feel a lot of my love from being able to be super femme. Like, I kind of enjoy almost taking like a step back a little. It's the way that I can feel almost like princess treatment type shit.
I guess we're tripping over words a bit. I don't take the masculinity away from any man I'm with if they're showing up with me in ways in which we don't normally associate to masculinity, which is why I brought up acts of service being more of a domestic thing. Yeah, I just, based on that video though, I would say I disagree and I hate everything she said. You agreed. You guys can write in the comments. How do you feel? Do you need your partner to be stronger, more powerful?
We
more
all want them to be richer.
successful?
Let's keep it a buck.
Do you need your partner to be that way with you or something else? Do you agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments.
So we had a YGD a few weeks ago where this guy said he was reverse stealthing his girlfriend because she was saying, come at me, get me pregnant. And he was putting spermicide on his dick. In the middle of it, I think we started looking up spermicide or how it works. And I was like, oh my God, we should talk about contraception. So contraception, as we know it, birth control, but it's any kind of method or device to prevent pregnancy. So I feel like
we're doing the whole history of contraception.
And a little bit of birthing practice because we got some time.
Not birthing practice.
So family planning, in some cultures, even abortion is, abortion is a form of birth control.
Yep.
Women have a lot of language around it. I want to ask the guys, can you tell me how many forms of birth control you know? List off as many as you can and then Miles will shout them out.
Of different forms of birth control, like I could say, okay, all right, sure. So what is it? I was gonna say IUD. Am I wrong with her?
There you go.
You're
Good job, John.
IUD, the pill.
He said I've been poked.
Right. I have, bruh. IUD, the pill, condoms.
Okay.
Female condoms. Can you do male, female
Yep,
condoms?
good job.
Different ones. Spermicide, I'd say, is one.
Okay. You got 5.
Does a NuvaRing count?
NuvaRing counts. It's on here.
There's different types of the IUD, right? There's like a copper one and there's another one.
Oh, nigga, you.
What?
How do you know all of this?
Bro, I'm
Did you work
here.
at a Planned Parenthood?
No, I just know I gotta protect
you
myself.
be listening to us. He's like, bitch, I've been working with y'all for about 7 years now.
But I take care.
I kind of know some shit.
Yeah. And then what else?
The
fucking the patch.
Whoa,
right?
dude, there's like literally What else are you missing?
Wait, well, patch but there's
He's
an
missing-
insert though,
he's
right?
missing
The arm.
Yeah, is that
Good
the same
for
thing?
you. Okay, here's
and
the
then
one.
the shot, the Depo-Vera,
Oh,
which
and then
they
the shot.
actually
You got
ended
everything.
recently, which I'm so
Wait,
glad.
what? I was gonna get it.
Do not
Teamwork,
get the
Miles.
shot. Bitch, if you worried about weight now, it's weight, it's mood swings, it's skin.
That's why I know about all this
The
shit.
Depo is one of, I
Honestly.
think they just actually ended it because of some like lawsuit. Like, bro, let me look it up. Hold on. I do actually want, bro, the Depo, do not. I'm telling you right now, I was off of my period for a whole year. Bitch, when my period got back on, mind you, I only took 2 shots, which is 6 months because you take it every 3 months.
Right.
This was when I was 18 years old. I didn't have a
That
period.
was the last time I had it.
I didn't have a period for a year. When I got back on it, mind you, I thought I was pregnant. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Bitch, I bled for 2 months straight.
Oh,
But during it, my skin, it was in the same spaces. It was from the shot. And I mean, at the time, y'all know I've always dealt with my weight, easily 15 pounds. And to this day, my friend blames the shot into her outburst as the reason why her and her relationship ended.
Oh.
Like, it made her so, like,
oh
savage.
well, I don't know what can make me worse. I'm a bitch. That nigga looked at me the other day and said, I'm gonna go walk the dog and I'm gonna let you have some time. I was
Word.
like, I don't know why you got time.
That's the thing. It's like, so I don't know if, I'm sure you guys have seen it before,
Oh, wait,
but
bitch, it's class action.
what does that mean?
Let me get some goddamn money.
Hold on, I
Oh.
was on it too.
Depo-Vera lawsuit.
What years? I was on
She
it
about to
09.
get paid.
I was on it, 2009 as well.
Ooh.
There's a lawsuit right now. The time is running out to file a claim.
Of course it is.
But in order for you to be a part of this, damn, and this is a 2025 lawsuit. It is if you suffer from meningioma or a brain tumor.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
Yeah, bitch, don't get on that shit. I'm talking about weight gain and bad skin.
All right.
Bitch,
Right.
I don't even know what meningioma is. Meningioma. Let me see what meningioma is.
Netflix had a whole thing about birth control, and I just watched. It was like the whole history of it.
Oh, that's how this
And just-
motherfucker knows.
Oh,
Yo,
bitch.
no, for sure.
Meningioma is another tumor.
Oof.
That one is found in your spinal cord.
Oh,
So
hell
it was
no.
causing tumors in brain and spinal cord.
That's
Okay, so anyway,
crazy.
let's get to another.
Don't do the
thing.
Depo, y'all. And
Okay.
if you have a brain tumor now, there is a class action lawsuit happening
Not
right
Mandy said if you have a brain tumor.
Bitch,
Now.
46 minutes.
now. What, bitch? I'm trying to help them get some money because they got to deal with the brain tumor shit.
Okay, so oral pills, now contraceptive patches, rings, the implants in the arm, the injections, male condoms, female condoms, diaphragm, spermicide, hormonal ID, copper IUDs. Here are permanent contraceptions, sterilization, which is very difficult for women to get. They want you to have like 3 kids and shit before they even do it.
Yep.
Vasectomies, other methods. Emergency.
Shout out to the
Plan
new
B.
vasectomies.
Fertility awareness-based tracking methods, ovulation with temperature, which I'm considering doing. I'm just freaking out about it. And breastfeeding as a contraceptive can provide temporary protection against pregnancy. This is also
how? Breastfeeding?
breastfeeding.
Can you
This is also
explain that?
something that goes into things they used to do back in the day. So the reason I am on birth control.
Wait, no. What did they say about the breastfeeding?
I'm going to get to it.
though?
There's a history of it. So the reason I wanted to have birth control conversations, obviously the spermicide thing. I'm also on birth control. You guys have heard me talk about in my story how I'm on a crazy journey to lose weight. I gained 20 pounds on birth control. I don't think I've ever weighed, ooh, look at the little stomach hanging out. I don't think I ever weighed
God.
155 pounds in my life, but I'm here. It is what it is. Thank God it just went to my butt. And a little bit of my stomach, but I feel like I'm starting to see it everywhere. I'm getting this weird body dysmorphia, and then the hormones are going crazy. So, yeah, if I can't lose no weight, I'm getting off of it and doing the temperature thing. So, breastfeeding was the first form of contraceptive, evidence dating back to thousands of years. In ancient civilizations, ancient Mesopotamia, Babylon, and Egypt, wet nursing, women would hire wet nurses, which basically mean those women would breastfeed. Those particular women, they were seeing statistics of women that weren't breastfeeding getting pregnant quicker. So in early medical texts, breastfeeding, although linked to religious beliefs, was a way that women were keeping from getting pregnant. The rates have increased in the United States with extended periods, more than they used to be. It used to only be 8 months. Now it's going up to 1.5 years. And those who are breastfeeding are staying not pregnant longer.
All I know is My mama put her little titty in my mouth, and my sister came right after me. 3 months. She was pregnant 3 months after having me.
I mean, I don't think it's...
Me and my sister are a year and 20 days apart.
Now, here's the craziest part. Breastfeeding is a form of birth control. It's called LAM, lactation amenorrhea method. When a woman is exclusively breastfeeding her infant for the first 6 months postpartum and is not having a period, 98% effective.
Well, duh, she ain't having a period. She ain't ovulating.
Well, the breastfeeding apparently is delaying it. So that's what they're saying. Like, you can delay it by breastfeeding longer.
Was this back before they had... Like,
this is
scientists?
right now.
Wait,
nigga.
they believe this right now. This isn't like from the...
People
what they
practice
believe back in
LAM
the
right
day?
now. Isn't that crazy? It wouldn't be enough for me, but y'all will figure out why I'm on birth control in No Holds Barred. It is a wild...
I just know so many people that get pregnant right after they have a baby and they breastfeeding the one they got.
Honestly, I think it has to do something probably with temperature. Like, it's probably way more detailed, but that was the first form. So after that, in the BCs and shit, they also use honey and leaves and lint to be placed into the vagina. So basically,
I ain't putting them shits in
they'd
my
make
coochie.
a little mixture and stick it up there to block
Lint?
sperm.
Like laundry mat lint?
I mean, they didn't have that in the before Christ times. But
So then what is lint? What is lint
could be
in
coming
the
off-
BC?
lint anywhere. This could be lint. The cat like just...
Okay.
Okay, other birth control methods. Gummy substances to cover the mouth of the womb. The mouth of the womb was the cervix. This is in medical text. Honey, sodium carbonate applied to the inside of the vagina, and a sticking agent, ready for this, made from crocodile shit.
And they was putting it in their coochie.
Uh-huh.
We already know we can't put human feces. We can't go from ass to coochie.
They didn't know that back then. They just said, we ain't want no baby. I don't care if this pussy
I
stank.
know that
we don't even have showers up in here.
all of their
Crocodile
pHs
pussy,
was off.
cool. Long as ain't no baby in it.
No, I'm not putting. No.
I
So
think
that means a lot of
here's
them-
the thing, though.
A lot of them had to have had kidney infections and died.
You have to think,
UTIs, all the things.
The lifespan wasn't that long, right? But you
It's
have to
because they
think,
was putting shit
everything
in their
we
coochie.
do right now, we just think is normal. Don't we use some kind of like pig shit in like makeup? Like, there's so much animal products, like
It's
gelatin.
pig gelatin.
Yeah, like there's literally
pig
all of
shit.
that stuff now. So if it was crocodile shit going in your coochie, you probably wouldn't even think it was your mama do it. Everybody was doing it.
Well, no. I mean, I'm back in the South. Niggas are still eating chitlins. So,
Oh my God.
I mean,
The book of Genesis, also, the pullout method was something that God wanted.
no, it is not.
It
This
is
is a lie.
This is the book of Genesis.
Why is we lying on God right
It is
now?
referencing withdrawal as a method of contraception when Onan spills his speed, ejaculating onto the ground, as so not to father a child with his deceased brother's wife Tamar, not the Braxton. In China and India, in the 7th century BC, there was a Chinese physician that was documenting semen retention. So in India and China, and this is probably another Kama Sutra thing too, maybe, but just period retention, as to preserve the man's yang from the yin and yang. So yin and yang can be thought of the opposite forces contracting with each other, your peace and your aggression type shit. So basically they would say, hey, when you have sex, keep it because you're boosting up the yang. Right.
Wow.
Also, in the Tang dynasty, there are documents that there is 1,000 gold contraceptive women. And these are women they would seek out to who didn't want to bear children anymore. And basically, they would induce sterility, basically making them no longer able to get pregnant. And so they'd put oil and heat together for one day, mix up a mixture, take it orally, and they couldn't get pregnant anymore. Ruin their...
I'm not gonna lie. I need to know what that is.
Girl,
What? I'll take that. That's just a little ingestible.
now this one don't sound that good to me because it don't feel like it's enough. Cinnamon has been used in ancient traditional Mexican medicine, arriba, and was very efficient as a contraceptive. Nahua women used parts of the plants plants in Mexico at the time, with cinnamon, eat it, and then would fuck.
So see, it's some Mexican plants and cinnamon, not just cinnamon.
I was like, is it ayahuasca?
It's something, but the cinnamon probably just give it some taste.
That's probably like dunking in some cinnamon. If you gonna have
Yeah.
some crocodile shit, put a little cinnamon on it.
No. That was going in their coochie. They wasn't eating that.
What do you think is, so a birth control that I've been recommended because I'm gaining weight because it's hormonal is the IUD. But then I've been hearing horror stories for the IUD. People say it hurts more than childbirth.
Mhm.
Also, not to mention the way people feel it. I just don't want it to knock out of place. Like, I'm gonna just take this pill and be
I mean,
a little
there's a
crazy.
non-hormonal one. I think that's the copper one that Eden referenced. For me, it's condoms.
Mhm.
That's what I use, I choose, and I've gotten comfortable doing. Especially because I'm finally in a place where my skin is the best it's ever been. I'm finally at my goal weight. I feel great. I ain't having no hormones fuck me up. I'll just get condom dick. And I enjoy condom dick and it's fine.
Ooh, there is one thing I wanted to mention. The only thing birth control is doing that is crazy. I have no more period pain. It is completely gone.
Well, yeah, that's why a lot of times they suggest the pills for women with endometriosis and fibroids because it can be so painful because they exist. Those often make the symptoms
But the crazy thing,
the cramping less.
the estrogen grows the fibroid, right? And I have a fibroid about 7 inches and it's been shrinking. It went down to 6. My partner was like, that's so fucking weird because when we went to the doctor the last year, it was bigger and you weren't on birth control. Now it's smaller with the estrogen feeding it. I think it all has to do with the fact that just the hormones are balanced. Like, I never have been on birth control in my adulthood, just teenage or like, that 19-year-old age. Condoms for me, I'm having sex almost every day. So I feel like it's just not as shower sex. Like, I just want something that makes me feel safer. And especially when you guys get into the book, you'll be like, oh. So I just, I don't know. The pill, I'm going to have to make it work. I'm on the treadmill, hun. I'm going crazy. Carbs, goodbye. I literally walk a different direction so that I don't go to my favorite pizza place. That's how difficult it is. The craziest thing, too, is basically what's happened to me on birth control with food. I want to eat, and it's very loud. I find myself sneaking meals in my own home. I'll, like, repackage something like I ain't eat it because I feel that much guilt.
Oh, damn.
Like, I'm hungry, bitch. Hungry! And it sucks because it's like you have to pick the lesser of two evils. So, I don't know. Either I'm going to keep these wide hips, y'all going to see them on tour, or I'm going to get skinny mini, and you're going to be like, did she do Ozempic? Which, by the way, can't do that because you'll get pregnant.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you haven't yet, y'all, Weezy just mentioned tour. Make sure you go check out, get our tickets, buy the book, nhbtour.com. With the meet and greets purchased, you will get a book. And if you buy tickets anywhere else in the venue, you can add the book as a add-on, just so you know, to On Tour. They are signed copies.
So
of
it'll
the
be
book.
nice because even if you pre-ordered, you could show up to the venue and you got another one there. Help us get to New York Times bestseller. I don't
That's
know
right.
how many times we got to beg you all.
That's right. And if you are a fan and looking for more of the sex and raunch and nast, go on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions because horrible decisions still exist, hun. So just go on over there. You also get the video to our Wednesday drop of You Got Decisions as well. I also want to add, because y'all been complaining on the YouTube,
What they said.
and I know there's a lot of ads in the audio feed. Thank you, Eden, for this week's upload. You can now get ad-free, bleep-free video and audio on Patreon. So again, head on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions. Go to nhbtour.com. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Decisions.
See you on the Patreon.
Peace. If you are a patron member, that's right, go on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions. That's where you can get all of the X-rated, raunchy discussions about sex.
Welcome back to another Patreon episode. Today, if you're just an audio subscriber, which most of you cheapos are, we are going to give you video because there's a really special guest I have. They're no celebrity, but they will be soon.
Bitch, you were working it.
Be rich.
I'm not a celebrity yet.
So I went on Be Rich's show and have done this episode of What's Your Bag, which is his YouTube. What's in Your Bag? Excuse me. What's in Your Bag is a YouTube series we've done together. We did one in Miami. We did one in LA, and now we're doing it in.
We've done 2 in LA, by the way.
I don't remember. I was probably hungover.
You were actually the last time.
Oh, look at so different today.
You was. It seems to be a trend.
Well, I thought it would be cool because I recently got interviewed by a person named Callum Johnson. And I loved how he interviewed me about my life and why I got so into stuff. And I was like, oh, who would I want to do that to? Because I always thought when people interview someone about their life or why they like things, you got to be interested in that person already. But I find you to be interesting, so I think everybody will find you interesting.
I think it would be interesting.
I'd want to start the question. Well, first by letting people know.
Are we really filming for real right
Yeah.
now? I thought you were just being funny right now. That was the opening? Okay.
We are on my TV show now.
Absolutely. I'm clocked in.
Okay.
Hey, boo.
Your title is what?
I am an assistant training manager for North America for travel retail.
I don't like the assistant because every time that don't sound as big as I thought it was.
Well, it's the regional assistant training manager for North America.
So basically, I have a friend named Josie who was doing that exact thing. She was all over the Caribbean.
Yes, but she was like, I don't know why I'm like, yes, Ron, that's correct. I feel like I should lean in. ASMR. Well, Josie was actually the area sales and operation. No, I'm just joking. Josie was actually the area and sales operation manager for the Caribbean, right? So that means she managed the business, the organization in terms of like staffing and stock and all the things that keeps the lights on, right?
Oh, that's right, ops.
Yes.
And so all I knew is my friend Josie would go to Barbados one day, Bahamas the next, Jamaica.
Trinidad.
She loved going there, but it was bouncing around. And so now when I'm talking to Brandon, you're doing airports specifically, right?
Because I have North America. So all of my like work related business is primarily in North America. So all the airport doors. Yes.
Oh, so love the JFK one. So I must say, I think it's so interesting being in beauty, being a man, whether you're in the queer community or not, it's still interesting to me because makeup seems like such a girl thing.
Correct.
So when did makeup happen? Like, when did that...
But you know what's crazy? I've been doing makeup for almost 22 years. So I fell in love with makeup first before I got the makeup job, if that makes sense.
So the reason I'm interested is because, like, you know when you meet a little gay boy who talks about their stories about makeup and putting on their mom's clothes?
Yeah, I did all that too.
Is that really the story?
Not for everybody. But so funny enough, I was just... my aunt just celebrated her 25th wedding anniversary, her vow renewal. So I had the pleasure and honor of doing her makeup. And so we were going down memory lane. It was just her and I was doing her makeup. And she was like, do you remember the videos? Because back in the day, because I'm an 80s baby, the camcorders. And she was the camcorder queen. So she was like, you remember the blah, blah, blah. And I would come over and you would be playing in your grandmama's heels and blah, blah, blah. Because for the first 10 years, my grandmother raised me. And my grandmother is this 82-year-old, damn it, fabulous woman. And my mom had me rather young. So my grandmother was like still rather young as she was raising me while my mom was in college. And so grandma was a school teacher, but like real like back in the day school teachers where they wore heels to work.
Oh, nice.
And skirts, right? That's the era she comes from. And so I watched her do her makeup every day. And then her mom, my great grandmother, would get dressed every Sunday, every Wednesday for choir rehearsal, Bible study. So beauty and fashion growing up in Charleston was always around me. Then fast forward, I moved to Atlanta because I moved for my mom to raise me. And my mom was young. My mom reminded me of like Anita Baker back in the day because she also, she sings too.
Oh.
So like short hair in Atlanta during that era of Freaknik. And mom had one of them insurance jobs like every black person did back in Atlanta back in the day, right? And again, fashion and beauty. So for me, I've always been surrounded by fashion. I used to get my butt whooped. Can I curse on this? I used to get my ass whooped. Yeah, sorry. Forgot who I was talking to. I used to get...
Can I curse on this?
Child abuse ass whoopings, but I would throw tantrums in the morning because I did not want to wear what was laid out for me the night before.